Hi my YouTube fam, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while and I'm happy to be back with you to share my testimony of God's goodness, of how He's able to heal, to deliver, to just give you that breakthrough that you need in whatever area of your life that you're seeking Him for. Now my testimony is how God healed me from endometriosis. I may glance to my computer screen because I want to follow up a particular order of how I want to share this testimony so that it can actually make sense to you. So let me just give you a little backdrop of what is endometriosis. So endometriosis is an illness that is associated with women. But it's a condition where the tissue, similar to the tissue lining the uterus, grows outside of the uterus. Endometriosis is commonly found on the ovaries, the fallopian tube, and outside of the uterus. So how do you know if you have endometriosis? So many women are diagnosed with endometriosis around age 25 to age 40. And they are diagnosed, or they find out that they have endometriosis when they may be experiencing infertility, or they may have to do a surgery, and they go to their doctor and then they will realize that they have this illness. Let me talk about some of the common symptoms of endometriosis. So endometriosis symptoms may vary from person to person. Some may have extreme symptoms than others. So some of the common symptoms of endometriosis are pelvic and lower back pain, severe menstrual cramp, severe pain during sex, abnormal bleeding or heavy bleeding during your period, also vomiting and diarrhea during your period, and finally difficulty getting pregnant, and worst of all, infertility. I guess no woman wants to hear that they are infertile, right? So if you have ever experienced any of these symptoms, maybe you want to check your doctor to see if you may be suffering from endometriosis before it gets worse. All right. So let me get into my history and my experience with this illness. So when I was around age 19, I had my cycle, and I usually have menstrual cramp, right? But this particular time, the pain was extremely severe. Like, I didn't know what was happening to me. My family couldn't figure out what was happening to me. I was vomiting, I wanted to poo, all of that was happening. Eventually that subsided, and it didn't come back I didn't have that episode for probably a few years. Around 23, 24, I started having those similar, hard, rough episode again. And so I went to my doctor. This is just like a general practitioner now, to let you know what was happening to me, and I got some pills. Those pills help for a little, and then after a while, the pills that she gave me, it couldn't really work. So I was planning to call her and let her know that she had to give me a referral, because all the time I've been going and this medication wasn't quite working. So eventually, when it was coming up to my period, I called her and I was explaining all of that to her, and she was saying, "Juleen, I was just thinking about you, and I decided to refer you." So she gave me 2 gynecologists, and she said that she had some tests that she wanted me to do first before I go to the gyno, so that it would speed the process. So I did that. I did the test, and I collect the referral, and I went to the gyno that I chose. When I went there, he diagnosed me with the same thing, endometriosis. He explained it quite well, saying that it was some hormone imbalance, and he's going to actually give me some contraceptive pill, which would help regulate my hormone. I took that and I went on the contraceptive pill for a little, but I wasn't quite comfortable with it. During the time when I was on the contraceptive, I didn't have any bad episode of pain during my period from the endometriosis, but eventually I got off of it, and after a while the pain came back again, and it came more frequently. I can't say it happened every time I have my period, probably every 3 months or so on, and sometimes every 2 months. And I remember now, this particular time, this last time before I got my healing, what happened? I was having like severe, I don't know the levels of pain, but if the levels of pain is from 1 to 10, I was having pain at 9.5. Probably the 10 would kill me. And shout out to my sister Juleen, because she always there to support me. She understands how it feels and all of that. So she's always there. So when the pain was coming on really severe, I called her and she came to my house, and I don't know, but when I'm having it, I can't stay on the bed. I have to get like a comforter and spread on the floor, which is tough, and lay there. So the pain was coming on in such an extreme way, where I was having pain in my lower back, I was having pain in my pelvic area, I was having pain in my leg, my face was like, it was disfiguring, my hands was doing like this and I couldn't control it. My feet was extremely cold, and my fingers, I was feeling cold inside out. I had like cold, we call it cold bumps. I had all of that. And so I had to get like a hot water bag and put one on my feet to eventually get some warmth in my body, and alternate it from my back to my belly to kind of ease the pain a little bit. The pain was so extreme that I was vomiting the entire time. I vomited until I had nothing else to vomit. All right, there, feeling the pain, just wanting even a little relief from the pain. I was just crying out to God, but I didn't get any relief. It went on for about 3 hours. And I remember my sister was rubbing my back and was praying, and I was saying, oh God, I can't get a little relief. And my sister was saying, Juleen, I believe it is the last time that you're going to experience this. Believe it, that it's the last time, and you soon heal, it soon stop, it soon stop, it soon stop. And during the pain, it kind of hard, but I try to extend a little bit of faith to say, God, it's the last time, and it soon stop. All right, the pain eventually subside, and to be honest, guys, when the pain subside, I felt a shock in my body. My body went into a shock, and because I had gripped so much while I was having the pain, all of my molars and premolars, they were so tender and tense. All right, so prior to that experience, I had planned with my sister that we wanted to do a Daniel fast. This was my first time doing Daniel fast. I believe God led me to it, and I was just reading to find out what it's all about and how I go about it. And the pain stopped now, so you forget about the pain, right? So my sister was saying to me, Juleen, I think you should take a day or 2 and pray about this illness, because it is serious. And I said, oh, I already planned out the days, what I will be praying for. These are pressing matters. And he said, Juleen, this is your health. Take a day out of one of the day and do it. So I decided, and I went ahead and I took like the first day or the second day, and I prayed about it and I cried unto God. Because at this point, when I was having the pain, I was thinking about what can I do so that I won't have my period, you know? Because I didn't want to experience any more of this pain. So I was saying to God, it's either I'm going to do a surgery to remove whatever in me that take on my period, and I know that it's drastic, or you're just going to take my life. But I cannot live like this. It is a very, I would say, it's a very rough time when your period coming on. Like you start worrying and be fearful about what could possibly happen during that time. So I was saying, God, I make a conscious decision. If this is how I'm going to live for the rest of my life, I don't want to live, and I feel bad, and I'm so sorry that I disappoint you about you giving me life, and I'm thankful for life and everything you have done for me, but I don't think I can continue on living like that. Fast was finished. My period came the other time. I had absolutely no pain, and then I had a few cycles, no pain. And when I'm telling you about when I did the fast, it was from the 13th of December 2020. Now it is the 16th or 8th. This is the 18th of September 2022, the date I'm doing this video. And I've never really had that bad episode ever again. The thing is, I've had one where it came a little bit, severe. And then I had a small one where I was thinking about taking a painkiller, but never ever that bad episode again. And the thing is, when God healed you, the devil will always send something to make you feel that you're not being healed. So if you're not mindful, you may be professing negative word over your life so that he can gain a entry back into your life. But while I was having those pain and feeling uncomfortable, I just told myself, in the name of Jesus, I'm healed. Touch my tummy, and I was telling God that I am healed in the name of Jesus. By his stripe I am healed, and claiming the healing over my life, even though I'm forced to think that it is not gone. And every time before my period, I would pray and say, God, help me through it and don't let the pain, and claim the healing over my body. And I know one of the symptoms of endometriosis, I'm talking very fast, is infertility. So whenever I'm praying, I would touch my tummy and I would say, God, by the stripe I am healed. The womb of my body is blessed. I should be fruitful and I will multiply. So you claim those scripture over your body. It doesn't matter how old you are. Once you believe that God can do the impossible, claim it. So this is my testimony of God, how God healed me from endometriosis, which is they don't have a cure for it, and they can't tell what is the main cause of it. So it's like really hard to have one of those incurable disease or illness, right? So when things seem impossible with the doctor, when they don't have a solution to your problem, God is the solution. Jesus is the solution. So whatever your circumstances, whatever your situation, whether you need a breakthrough, whether you need healing, whether you need deliverance from demons or whatever is oppressing you, addiction, whatever it is, cry out to God. You don't have to have one of those anointing prayer, but just explain to God and cry literally to him and tell him what you're experiencing and how you're tired and how you feel helpless. When we feel helpless is when he comes in, when we take ourselves and we surrender everything to him. That's when he comes in at times and just give you the breakthrough that you need. He has given me my breakthrough from this illness, and I am eternally grateful. So apart from the fact that God healed me from endometriosis, I had to make a little adjustment to my diet and what I eat. This video has been long, so in the next video I want to share in detail a little bit more about what I ate differently and how that really helped and why. So look out for that video, especially if you're experiencing any of these symptoms. Probably need to check your doctor as well, so that you can come up with a little treatment plan or adjust your diet a little bit. So if this video had helped you in any way, if you're experiencing any of those symptoms, please show me some love by subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, share this video to someone who it may help, someone you know struggling with this thing, so that they can also fast and pray and get their healing, because God is respecter of no person, and what he did for me, he will do the same for you. Until then, be blessed and be a blessing. See you in the next one.